Good evening, I'm Dan Hatfield. I'm a local resident here in Hiltingbury and I'm a Conservative Party member. I'm sorry I can't be with you this evening. I'm currently with my family in France, in Tignes, skiing, enjoying some mountain air and time with friends and family. I'd like to present this evening to make my case of becoming a local councillor for Hiltingbury East, and hope that you'll consider my case this evening and nominate me for the role. If I share a bit about myself to begin with, I've lived in the area for 20 years. In '96 I first moved into Chandler's and I've lived in and around the area on and off in Hatfield, also some time in New Zealand and Bristol, but then back here living in Hiltingbury since 2007. I have a wife and 3 children. My wife's a GP and my 3 children are at local schools. They keep us very busy with a lot of extracurricular activity, from previously Cubs and Scouts and Guides to things like rugby, swimming and tennis. So it's fun times from a family point of view. I work for IBM based in Hursley and have been working for IBM for nearly 20 years. I'm currently leading our automotive business here in UK and Europe. So my ask of you this evening is to nominate me as councillor then for Hiltingbury East ward as part of the Eastleigh Borough Council, succeeding Godfrey Olsen. And I'd like to pay tribute to Godfrey. He has a record tenure as the longest serving councillor in the country, which is very formidable in itself, and I know is regarded very highly and very fondly by everyone that's worked closely with him over such a sustained period of time. And so thank you, Godfrey, for everything you've done for us as local residents, and I hope that you'll continue to mentor and coach and support going forwards. It's very humbling, and you certainly leave big shoes to fill, so thank you. We're very fortunate to live in such a beautiful area as Chandler's Ford. It's what's attracted me back here with family. It's a spacious, leafy, pleasant, safe, secure place to live, and it's not something in this modern day and age that can be taken for granted. As a councillor, my commitment is to serve local residents and to hear the voice of those local residents, much as I have to do at work, which is to hear the voice of the customer and translate that into services and offerings that we bring. And I see council work as potentially being very similar in some respects. And on the basis that you adopt me, then I propose to stand on the mandate really of three main things. One is pride in Chandler's Ford, that the character and essence of this beautiful area that we live in is preserved, and that buildings and facilities and services are maintained in line with public demand. The second is sustainable development. There's so much pressure these days, it seems, particularly in the southeast and here in Hampshire, to develop more and more and more. But it's essential that we have a sustainable development plan that enables us to find a way of providing new homes for families and people, but at the same time making sure that it's balanced development that ensures that schools and roads and infrastructure and services and so on develop in line with that extra development, so we don't end up living in a hugely overcrowded and place with excessive demand on services and roads and so on. And then the third is fiscal responsibility. I know from talking to some of you, you're very concerned about the level of borrowing currently undertaken by Eastleigh Borough Council. And I think it's very important, whether it be individuals, families, businesses, organisations of any sort, that we live within our means, that we budget and act prudently, and that we provide a sustainable set of services that could be passed from one generation to the next. I hope some of these topics resonate with you, that you will consider me to be your candidate going forwards and adopt me. On the basis that you do, then I would propose that we have an event in the not too distant future when we can have an opportunity one evening to meet and get to know each other a bit further, and I would love to hear what topics you think are most important for campaigning going into the elections in May. And thank you for your time, and I'm counting on you for your support. Thank you.